Last night, my wife Sheena, the mother of our two boys, was robbed at gunpoint not far from our home.
And today we have reporters in St. Louis where Governor-elect Greiteins is speaking publicly after his wife was robbed at gunpoint, as you just heard him say right there. St. Louis police have already arrested 3 suspects following a brief chase and car crash. The governor-elect just spoke about last night's ordeal. ABC 17 Sarah Masler-Donar was there for his comments, and she is joining us live. And Sarah, what do you have for us this afternoon?
Well, Ashley, Governor-elect Greiteins and his wife Sheena were both present at that conference, as you saw in that soundbite from him just a second ago. Now, as you said, Ashley, those 3 boys were arrested not long after Sheena Greiteins was held at gunpoint here at this cafe behind me. We're told that she was coming here to get some work done, and she was about to go into the coffee shop, and that was when she was robbed. And this coffee shop is barely a couple hundred feet from St. Louis University, actually, so that gives you an idea of where we are right now. The boys who robbed her were 19, 15, and 14 years old, which is why I'm using the word boys and not men. Both Greiteins and his wife spoke about the young men who are now in custody and how they hoped they face justice for the people that they robbed last night, as Sheena Greiteins was not last night's only victim. Greiteins in particular said his first thought was about his wife. His second, he said, was for justice. He said he was glad law enforcement got to the suspects before he did. He also said he would be sitting down with the families of the suspects to find out what can be done to prevent young men like the 3 last night from entering into a life of crime. Both of them spoke and made statements that they were not the only victims of violence like this in the city and across the state, but their resolve to stop violent crime is now stronger than ever after this incident.
We are also aware that what happened to me and to our family last night happens to far too many people and far too many families across this city and this state, and that cannot continue.
I spoke to some locals who tell me that this is a very affluent neighborhood, and a lot of people will actually target this neighborhood to come in and commit crime. So people who aren't from here will come in, and one of the people I talked to told me there was just a carjacking a couple months ago. I'll be back later in the shows at 5 and 6 with more from Governor-elect Greiteins and his wife Sheena. Reporting live here in St. Louis, Sarah Masler-Donar, ABC 17 News.
Thanks, Sarah. And today